On October 1st to 3rd, 60 experts in the field of climate policy and science gathered at the Center for International Governance Innovation to explore some of the global issues and challenges regarding the threat of climate change and the need for an ambitious and global response.
Throughout the conference, we had the opportunity to sit down with some of the participants and engage with them on their opinions and insights into some of the key topics that were discussed.
So what should we be doing at Cancun? I would say that in Cancun we should at least try and re-establish a degree of trust and confidence amongst ourselves. That is the fundamental prerequisite for any kind of an agreement.
One big question mark is that how to get the US on board. If the US is not on board, we will not achieve anything, and that will be impossible.
We need to have some new elements, incorporated. One is that, energy security, because, climate security is very much linked to energy security. And then secondly, we need to have, climate security somewhat linked to current challenges.
Let us see whether we can try and get agreement on some very specific issues. For example, forestry. If we are able to get a major agreement on avoiding deforestation, in encouraging afforestation, what is known as REDD+, that would be a very major contribution. If we are able to get some clarity about the mobilization of financial resources, at least for the most vulnerable countries, the least developed countries, African countries, that would help in building up a degree of trust. If we can somehow or the other get some kind of a technology cooperation agreement in place. We have ourselves a proposal for a network of technology innovation centers, which can really kickstart technological collaboration internationally.
I think in addition to being able to talk about this in a way that really makes the economics central and the economic opportunities central, I think we need to talk about this in a way so that it becomes real to individual people living out their lives. I think sometimes we've talked a lot about the science at this conference, and the science is compelling and it's quite clear, but it hasn't necessarily permeated down to the consciousness, at least in my country, the United States. And I think part of that, we need to find different ways of making this more concrete for people so they realize it's not just something that will happen only very off in the far distant future. It's something that's happening now. It's something that will affect their children and their grandchildren. And if we make it real to people and then we show them an alternative vision, an opportunity, a hopeful vision of opportunity and economic growth, I think that's the combination we need to make a difference.